Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.
Production.
7 Mile Radio.
Here we go. Welcome to Detroit After Dark.
I wanted to be like Barry and say, what?
Martin! We are talking about toxic mothers. That's tonight's topic. We have our lovely guest host, Tawana Miss Talk Your Shit, Miss Lionel. Of course, my lovely co-host. I'm her lovely co-host. I'm Peasy, and you are Miss...
Leader 4.
Okay, why she always say her name so gangster? It's motherfucking Leader 4, nigga. You know what it is, nigga.
Yeah.
What, nigga?
Are we having a chat tonight? Or we
See, I got my Finkel shit on, my Finkel alumni from the Finkel
Okay,
alumni.
gang
It's real
shit.
out
Okay,
here. A
joint
whole lot
road
of
shit.
gang shit.
Why my shit not coming up?
I know we supposed to be talking about
there we go.
some deep shit tonight, but
There
before we
it
get
is.
into that, this wine.
Yes.
This wine is fine.
This wine.
Yeah, shout out to Inner Circle Winery. Like, listen, we
Baby.
luckily came across this wine. Like, this was planned. It was meant that we had it. So now I gotta find the owner and actually, like, I need some of this. Like, I need a jug at my next event. Like, for
Okay.
real.
She out here
And it's a black woman, right?
Yes,
It's a black
it is.
woman.
Yes, black owned and Detroit based.
Okay,
Yes,
Inner
yes,
Circle
yes,
Winery.
yes.
I got this sweet red over here. It's pretty tasty.
I got the Summer Rose.
It's 13% alcohol.
Most importantly, it's CBD.
It's CBD infused.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I got
dope.
this banana split, and it just gave me the wet of mouth.
What you call it again? What you say it is?
Like
It's
I got the what did I say? This is called the banana spit
yeah.
because it made my mouth so juicy. Like
She gonna get that.
I'm about to go home and get a ring.
That's the
going
gawk
in.
sauce, huh?
That
Let's give you the gawk sauce.
She need to rename that the Gawk Split.
He about to get this Thanksgiving special with the double pepper twist with a little gawk special sauce on
That
it. Like,
Superhead and Mr. Murray.
ma'am, whoever who made this?
What's her name?
What's her name?
Right.
From Inner
I
Circle
don't know. What's my
Winery.
friend? I know
Oh,
her
wait,
as Tiffany.
on
If you just
Instagram,
look up Inner Circle
it's
Winery
Inner Circle
on
Winery.
Instagram, yeah.
Ma'am, please find me on Instagram. My name is My Live Mouth. If you want to send me a case of this and help me practice going half on a baby.
Okay, come on, Inner Circle Winery.
Yeah, let's do a commercial for you.
Baby.
I'm gonna have like the white R. Kelly outfit like he had.
Yeah. Can we dance in the beach?
Did you
In
ever
the
think that
linen?
you would be this rich?
Like, I want to dance on the beach in a 2-piece linen fit off this
Okay.
boy. Like, ooh.
Real sexy.
Okay. Let's get back to
We're
the
so damn
topic.
goofy, man.
I had to give love.
We always gonna be off topic. Y'all just gotta follow wherever we
Yeah.
go. We start somewhere.
Mercury is officially out of retrograde.
Praise the
retrograde.
Lord.
But it's another one about to go right in,
Wow.
so don't get too comfortable.
Wow.
It's something else about the retrograde. Is another
Is it gonna be
retrograde
some money?
starting.
Because that's
Look.
what I need.
Yeah, we need
I know
some.
this ain't the topic tonight,
I need
but
a
all
dollar.
to all my empathic earth Virgos out there, I'm sorry. Because, bitch, I feel the earth's pain. Like, I want to get high and sit in my room and listen to Lil Wayne songs
Not Lil Wayne.
and pretend like it's raining
Hard-
and drink
hard to
cognac.
love.
Like
kind
if
of
I don't
cognac?
do nothing, I'm a ball.
Counting all day like the clock. I know.
Okay.
That
Coming
Libras
back.
too, y'all. My scales is unbalanced too. It's
Okay.
been rough. That
Scales are
retrograde.
sometimes unbalanced.
It's reckless.
Hey.
Hey, Niecy
Speaking
Robinson.
of
Hey,
that.
cousin.
Unbalanced.
Hey, Aaron Johnson. How y'all doing? Welcome to the Shizzo.
We do got to get on topic.
Okay.
I feel like unbalanced was a good segue to like the
Okay.
unbalance.
The unbalance of motherhood.
When your mom ain't really rocking with you, when you and your mom got like throwback beef from the streets out the womb, like
Well, damn.
toxic
See,
mom.
In my case, my mom passed when I was 15. So I grew up without a mom, and I used to always think like everybody should value their mother because my mom had passed until I got to realize that some people moms is really fucked up.
Bro, my mom is living, but we say rest in peace because she took me, baby, down through it. She was out here stalking me like a crazy sad nigga.
Well, expound more on your story. You might have to start from the beginning.
Right,
for
All
the
right,
listeners.
so we'll go back.
Start from the beginning. We got an hour to tell them.
My mom has never been like my supporter. I didn't know until I was in college that like moms didn't call their daughters bitches.
Did she raise you full time?
Right? Well, here's the thing. Yes, but there were chunks of my childhood where I went and lived with granny. This is why I think I came out a human. Like, shout out to Granny, rest in peace, because you really kept me from being like a drug addicted, fucked up person out here.
So when you say periods, how long we talking? Like summers?
So it would be like school years. I might go stay with grandma school year, go see my mom on weekends. Summers, mostly with my grandma. I moved back home full time the summer I turned 13. Like, we moved into our new house the day before my 13th birthday. So me and my mom have never had a good relationship. My mom was one of the ones where, like, I had a day, all my friends sitting on the porch. My homegirl is sitting on my lap. I might be like 12, 13. I feel like that's some normal girl shit. Girls are kind of touchy. We vibe different. My mom came outside on the porch and was like, "You dyke ass fat bitch." Slapped me like a Precious movie, and then just got up and went in the house. Like, oh. And all my friends like, and you know, I have veteran friends who was in the know. So they was like, "Man, your mama really be fucking wilding on you. Like, bitch, you don't do nothing."
Does she? It just sounds like a mental disorder off the rip going into the situation for you
So
to.
here's the wild part that I've never understood. When I was maybe about 4, maybe 5, my first memory is my mom shooting herself. Because I was there. Me and my little brother were there. I vaguely remember her having a gun, but I remember her saying, "Don't follow me." She walked upstairs because we had this playroom. I was little as hell, and it was dark. And I remember she cut on the light, but when she got up there, she bust the light bulb. I heard boom, and it was a boom I've never heard before, and I heard her hit the ground. I'm little as hell. I remember trying to pick up the phone and call 911, but I kept getting a busy signal. I found out years later that's because my mom called my aunt and was like, "I'm about to kill myself. Come get the kids," and shot herself on the phone with my aunt. So this is my first memory. I stayed with my grandma after that. I just came home one day and her psychopathic ass was sitting in a rocking chair like a scene out of a Tyler Perry movie, like, "Hi, baby. The fuck are you doing here?" Like, they let you out? Oh, shit.
Okay, Nisi said she was gonna say about that, about some mental issues.
Like, "Hey, Mom, where you been?
Like
You
a Tyler
good?"
Perry movie.
Stupid for that shit. She's stupid for that shit.
Y'all
It
know
didn't break up the monotony though, because I was over here like, what?
y'all know I don't take shit seriously.
Hilarious.
And the shit is wild because throughout my life, I would hear her lie to people. Somebody would see her stomach and be like, "What happened?" She'd be like, "Oh, I had an emergency C-section." I'd be sitting there like, "You C-sectioned yourself with a shotgun. What the fuck are you talking about?"
C-section.
She wasn't with that shit. But as I got older, you know, you start trying to fight for your independence. And I would see times where the jealousy in my mom would come out. Like, dudes, for me to be a fat chick, shout out to my dad. Shout out to my stepdad. He get gun. Throw him the horns. He needs some guns. Where the sound effect? Look,
Niggas know they love toxic.
my stepdad was the real MVP, and he made sure my little chunky fat fucking Sally Jesse Raphael glasses wearing ass, baby. I was a secret assassin because I was giving you Care Bear, but I was really I take it out. But that's another story. But my dad instilled confidence. Like, you ain't nobody's good time. If a nigga wants you, he gonna do for you. Hell yeah, daddy, you fucking right. So my mom would get mad. Like, my high school boyfriend stole his bridge card from his baby mama and bought groceries for the house.
Get out of here.
And my mom would hate. She would say crazy shit. Like,
Nisi said, did she just like your dad? Sometimes moms try to take that out on their kid, or was it just mental issues?
my mom definitely had hate in her heart for the fact that me and my stepdad, you can't tell me to this day that man is not my birth father. Like, you met my real dad.
Yeah.
Claude speaks highly of him. That is my angel. I love that man like I love my breath. My real dad, I don't know where the fuck you at. And you can suck 2 dicks in the sun, motherfucker. Cause you ain't shit. But my stepdad, real MVP. And my mom definitely felt some type of way that me and him That's who knew I smoked weed. That's who knew I was bisexual. That's who I told all my dirt to. Like, Daddy, I pimped this nigga. I told that nigga, give me some head. Then I got up and left on him. My daddy be like, that's my baby. Like, I got it from you, Dad. Like, so
That sound like my daddy.
she hated that shit. Anytime I had an accolade, like I did choir, I sung fucking opera. Crazy enough, first soprano, and we would do competitions, and I had got a partial scholarship to like some school. I don't remember what it was. And we would do competitions and shit. And my choir would always do well. And I would come home and my mom be like, see, back in my day, when I was in choir, see, I knew how to sing. I don't know why you ain't got no soul in your voice. Like, bitch, you smoke Monarch Menthol 100s, bitch. If you don't get the fuck out of here. And I didn't figure out until I got older how toxic our relationship was. Like, my mom would try to set me up. Like, you know what opium is?
Yes.
Yeah.
When I was like 15, my mom was downstairs smoking black tar opium.
Wow.
Ain't that like heroin's cousin?
Black tar heroin.
Yeah,
There
man.
you go. There you go.
Yeah.
She had that shit on a little ballpoint pen, lighting it and hitting the flame from it. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, I'm smoking weed at this point. But I don't know shit about drugs. I'm a little hood girl. My mom like, well, I'm done with it. It ain't like I left none here, so I'm not expecting anything to be there. You know, that's parent talk for I left you something, try it. And I'm like, what the fuck? Is this a setup?
Did you try it?
Wow.
My dumb ass did. And then later on down the line, like, I think I was in college and took like a psychology class. And we were talking about different kind of drugs, and the light bulb hit. Like, that bitch gave me heroin. Ain't this a bitch? I could have been sucking dick on fucking Plymouth. You know, black folks, we feel like once you do one drug once, your next step is sucking dick.
I mean, sometimes
yes.
that's how it is, right? Because you get addicted to the high. You get sometimes chemically attached to it to where you get sick if you don't have it type shit. And I mean, you get a chemical dependence on it like damn near instantly sometimes.
And I'm young as hell. So, you
Yeah.
know, my body ain't fully developed, brain not fully developed. And I'm not saying
How old were you?
I was like 15.
Wow.
And my mom would let my house be the turn up house. So like we could smoke and drink there, or you couldn't smoke because she'll take your weed. But like if she caught us drinking, she'd be like, well, I'm going to call everybody's parents and let them know I'm watching you. But it was like she wanted to be cool. So when she flipped and did crazy shit to me,
Nobody
nobody
would
would believe her,
Right.
or it'd be like, not her mom.
Your mom reminds me of, like, I have friends, and I have two friends for sure that told me about their mother fucking like their ex-boyfriend. Like, I had actually three, because one of my bartenders told me that I had a friend who my dog, she was dating a guy. I had met the guy and everything. Like, I met the guy came over a few times. Like, we done met at the bar, hung out and everything. And then one time I seen her, she was like, yeah, you know, such and such fucking my mama. She done moved him in.
Wow.
Yeah, like, and they stayed at her mother's house when they was together. She had put them out the house and then started fucking the nigga and moved the nigga in.
So it would be like niggas would hit on me, and I would tell my mom, like, yo, your dude hit on me. Or this dude that you hollering at, you know, he coming over knocking your boots out, but he trying to get me to fuck him for a bag. And I would tell her, and she would get mad at me. Oh, see, you trying to fuck my niggas. And
See, I read books like that.
What?
And I never
Yeah,
thought
I've
that
heard
was like
I heard
real
stories
shit
like
like
that,
that.
too.
I am coming and telling you, what the fuck? And like, it's fucked up because I've had multiple matriarch women in my family, their men try to come on to me or hit on me. And it's like, I don't want to say nothing because now it's this reputation
It looked like
of,
that's
it's
who
me.
you are. You're the problem.
it's me.
Right.
So now
I think that's
sounds
what
so
she has
toxic.
always portrayed you as. Like,
Yeah.
even since I've known you, the things that have happened, she's always tried to portray you as the villain in the situation
Yes.
when you did nothing but try to be helpful.
yes. So let's jump because it's a whole bunch of toxic shit. So let's jump to I'll jump to my daughter is about to be 4.
Let's jump to Asbury Park.
We're gonna
'Cause
jump to
that's
bang.
crazy.
So, my mother is about to be homeless. Her and my brother. Can we come move with you and your baby daddy? My baby daddy, smart. I should have listened to his ass. Fuck that bitch. He was like, fuck that bitch. Hell no. My guilt-ridden ass, because I found out after years of therapy, when you come from abuse, even as an adult, it's a part of you that is still working to be like, love me, accept me, give me
Absolutely
what I need. It's never gonna happen.
Steve, that was very profound what you just said. That was
Because
very
it's a lot of y'all out here living, begging people to love y'all, and you're never gonna get it back.
thriving for attention
Yeah.
that they didn't receive when they were a child.
And it's never gonna come back to you that way. So
You got to learn how to heal yourself, and you got to figure something else out besides
hell
trying to-
broke loose. Me and my baby daddy end up leaving this house because my mom and brother would not move out. We had to go downtown, evict them. When I tell you, my mama left my house disgusting. She let her dog go to the bathroom everywhere. I found out she was pissing in buckets. I'm like,
What?
They bust out every single.
oh, that's when we moved. We ain't
window
even got
on the
to that.
house.
So my daughter's first birthday, I gotta work. So I'm gonna do ice cream and cake.
I want to say some fucked up shit. You
Bro.
know what you should do?
Bro.
What I would have to do right now? Beat my mama's
Oh,
motherfucking ass.
oh no. See that's where the recent story comes in at. This is 3 years ago. I tell my mom, like, look, I'm doing cake and ice cream. This is that Friday. Bye. We're doing a big first birthday party on Sunday. I say, you can come, but don't bring your boyfriend. This motherfucker lied on me to the police and told them I was holding him and my mama hostage in my house with a gun.
That's
I'm like,
felony.
bitch, what if they would have came in and shot me? I got my babies out here. Fuck you. So she comes. We're having cake and ice cream. I thought it was going good. We actually having family time. My mama smiles at me, this funny smile. I'm like, oh, shit. She gets up, comes back with this nigga. I don't say shit. Don't call a ruckus. Pack up everything. We leave. Boom. Maybe about, I would say by the time I got to the crib, call my mom, and I'm like, she don't answer. I leave a voicemail. I said, you are welcome at my daughter's birthday party, but your man is not. My mama being pure psychopathic rage. Oh, you just want to control who the fuck I'm dating, and you think you gonna keep me lonely forever. What?
Okay, I go back up because because we don't set boundaries in our lives. I set boundaries in my life. I don't allow people to hurt me and mistreat me. Like, I don't do that. There was a time where I would forgive people for doing that, and it's never gotten me in a better place because I find that when you forgive people for things like that, the boundaries get wider. They get larger.
Yes.
The situation gets worse.
They continue
So
to
how
take
do you
I
advantage
come
had to
back
learn.
from her busting out your windows and pissing that you invited to anything?
Baby, she came, her and my brother came, jumped me at my daughter's birthday party before
Yes.
it started. First of all,
Don't
gave.
move the mic. Just scoot to the right a little bit.
First
They
of all,
jumped you, your brother.
Yes.
dead ass. I gave my mama the motherfucking hands, though.
Bitch,
Like-
for the old and the new.
Like, is this something I want to do? No. But this is years coming. She back up off me, mouth leaking blood. And I'm like, fuck you, bitch. Fuck your son. You and your son can suck dicks. Fuck you. I'm going off. This psychopathic bitch. The police tell me, stay at my family house that night. Don't go home. Wake up the next morning. Me and my baby daddy tires is slashed. Get home. They bust out every window in my house.
This had to be Detroit.
Of course. Of course. Here's the
We
crazy
gas
part.
police.
They were going to set my house on fire, and they didn't know if me and the kids was there. My brother was outside with a gas can.
What is your brother's problem? Like, I don't understand.
So look, with abuse, with kids who are abused, you have subsections. Some people continue the abuse. Some people break from the abuse. Some people learn to accept the abuse as love, and they follow blindly. My brother is brainwashed. I miss him every day, but he is brainwashed. Like, this is some Lifetime movies type shit.
Man.
Because
'Cause-
what is his beef with you? Like, why are you riding this coat train?
My mother has programmed us from life to compete against each other and programmed us to feel like nobody will ever love you but me. You cannot trust anybody but me. Your family will hurt you. The people you love will hurt you. When I found out I was pregnant, my brother tried to hit me with a car while I was pregnant because I tweaked off on my mama about something. It was Mother's Day. This is so hateful.
What does that have to do with him?
This is some crazy hateful shit. Did I just have my daughter or was I pregnant with her? I had just had my daughter. First Mother's Day. My mama made crab legs, steak, shrimp. I went in there. I'm excited. I'm about to go make my plate. She took the crab legs off my plate and told me, you ain't even a real mama yet. You can either get steak or crab legs. What you can do
that
is
ain't bad.
suck my dick. I threw all that shit up. Eat a
This
dick,
is the
hoe.
most like this is insane. Like when we brought up this topic, like I couldn't relate. So hearing this shit is just like asinine to me.
This
like,
is my
But it's
real
really
life.
happening to like she's not the only person.
It
I
gets
know.
worse. So after this, the neighbor stops my brother from burning the house down. The neighbor put the landlord puts us out because he like, you got too much shit going on. You
Yeah.
fucking up my house. So now I am homeless with 2 little kids. In the midst of this, my mom starts a campaign calling CPS on me. The first time she calls CPS, she tells them me and my boyfriend are raping my oldest and just beating the fuck out of her for the fun of it. And that we are chaining my youngest to her bouncy chair so she'll never learn how to walk. And we're starving both of them because we have a fear they're going to be fat. What?
Okay, because they eat good.
this
My
shit
kids
is
have
insane.
refined palates. My baby eat crab legs and shrimp. What? So CPS was like, you got to meet us with your kids right now. Mind you, my youngest daughter and my baby daddy are off out of Detroit because I had to keep them away from me because my mother and brother wanted my oldest daughter. But they were threatening to kill my youngest daughter and my baby daddy because they didn't like him. He came in and took me away and broke their control. And
Exactly.
fuck that. So they hate him with a passion.
My facial expression is probably gonna be wild on this one because I'm in fucking shock.
CPS tried to take my kids because they had to go have a full exam. My oldest is 3, my youngest is 1. Thank God my cousin and his girlfriend at the time was not involved in the case. So they took my kids to Children's Hospital while they got a full head to toe exam. Broke my heart. I'm at home going crazy.
I just bet.
Of course, my kids come back the shining example of health. Shining. My baby is brilliant. My
She
2-year-old
is.
could read at a high school level at 2. Don't play with me. I works with mine. And I give my children everything I did not get. So when all this shit went on, I went and put my daughter in therapy. I put myself in therapy. My mom called
Good
CPS
job.
on me again. To this day, she tells people that I am schizophrenic.
She the one that's schizophrenic.
I was brainwashed. And this is why I don't deal with her.
I've only met her mother one time, and she let her come. This was the house on Ward. You let her come live with you. This a different house.
Yes. Because
I
I'm
want
stupid.
you to cut it off. Like
Oh,
like
hold on.
seriously, like if
Let
you
me-
let people push them boundaries, it gets worse.
Let
I
me
cut
say-
motherfuckers off.
With proudness.
You teach people how to treat you.
I am 3
And
years.
if you don't nip it in the bud, when it's
Baby.
a fucking cornball, it'll
Baby.
turn into a big ass
Okay,
avalanche.
I
Absolutely.
believe in that.
My
It's a
daughter
problem
is
that
getting
you can't
ready
handle.
to turn 4. The last time she seen me was in court for a PPO. My mother doesn't know where I live. She sends her friends to call me and, what if she dies? Or I'll see
Then
her
I
at the
die.
crossroads.
So you
Tell her
won't
to
be
say,
lonely.
Tell her to say what's up to Uncle Charles, y'all.
What's up to everybody that just joined? We are talking about toxic mothers. I'm sorry.
And
Like,
everybody
it's-
on
Hey,
YouTube.
Milan.
You
as well.
might have to go back and catch up because this one was deep. Doctor, this one was real deep. This needed to be said. Somebody is listening to your story right now.
So I teach my daughters boundaries. I teach my daughters to have a voice. I get judged by so many of my relatives because my daughters can close their front door. My daughters have never been called a bitch, a hoe, stupid. I have cut bitches off because they say, this little bitch right here, I'm going to need you to go. Because my
Absolutely.
daughter, she a queen. She is brilliant. She is intelligent. She ain't nobody bitch.
So you don't allow your mother to have a relationship with your girls? Either,
Not
I
at
take it.
all.
No.
Not at all.
Your brother?
Not at all. Not at all.
When is the last time have you
She's
seen
gonna
either one
feed
of
them
them?
toxicity. She's gonna feed
And
them.
that's exactly
Oh,
what
somebody
it
said
is.
y'all should have had me on here. All right, Milan, it's a call-in number.
You can call in, Milan.
Baby, it's on the screen.
Call in.
And look, Milan, if you know anything about this, I really hope as a adult black woman that we are out here going to get therapy.
And breaking the chain.
Generational trauma
chain.
is real. You are raising your children to be submissive, to not have a voice, to be broken. It took me decades to feel like an adult. It took me decades to find my voice, to be who I am openly and proudly. It took forever. And even now, I work diligently every day. I live in a gentle parenting household. Black people like, what the fuck is that? Like, I don't hit my kids. I be wanting to. I be shaking sometimes, like in a closet, crying like, Jesus, please, I'll knock the fuck out of her.
313-723-0481 is the call-in line down there on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen if you want to chime in.
Hey, Alicia, what's up?
Hey, Duder. Hey, Nikki.
Call in. Like, I would love to
We
hear
talking
other
toxic
women's
mothers. Yeah,
stories.
she just gave an
Okay,
amazing
definitely.
toxic mother. Like
Hold
that,
on.
that was insane.
I don't like what I just said.
What?
I don't want to say other women's stories because it is men out here
Who have
who
toxic-
mamas
Oh,
really
okay.
want to fuck them.
Yikes.
I'm babies. The toxic moms with men
It's
is
even worse.
worse.
Well, you're right. I gotta agree with that because listen, mothers and parents who don't hold their children accountable for their bad behavior.
Yes.
Baby.
When you don't hold your son accountable for his transgressions, I feel that's a toxic mother. It's several different levels of it. In my case or my history, I am a step parent to some lovely boys. Well, I don't call them my step kids. They're my bonus babies. They're my babies, and their mother isn't the most prevalent person in their lives, and I see that the effects that has on them with them dealing with women and how they
Okay.
talk to women and how they perceive women, and hopefully that I'll be the
Is
person.
it like distrust?
Yes,
My
Okay.
and just
babies-
things that they don't want to have in a woman. Because one of my sons, my oldest son that lives at home, he blatantly tells you what he doesn't want in a woman, and he's only 18. You know my baby. So
I love my babies. I'm so blessed that they got the.
Well, it's
To
good
see
to have.
a
I mean,
happy-
I'm not the
a
most sane person all the time,
But you know
I
what?
try to be, a voice that they can speak to and somebody they can talk to, somebody they can see, like being a mother, like just showing them, things that a woman should teach a boy.
Everybody know a family where those children are broken. I grew up with women who
But they
I
wasn't
have
broken
seen-
because he did a great job being their dad. So when I could say they weren't broken,
Turn
they
up.
just were missing
Cause my
a
bro
woman
was the shit.
a woman's touch.
But like I've seen girls I grew up with talk about their kids and be like, "See this little bald headed bitch right here." What?
Now, my grandmother, we had an aunt that came to visit from St. Louis, and she called everybody, and she checked herself as my grandma. She didn't call you out your name. She cut your ass out so good when you felt like it, but she never ever. And she had called Angel a little bitch, and my
no
grandma
way.
went ham on her,
no
like,
way.
don't dare ever call my children that. Like, I don't play that shit. And she didn't do it anymore after that. Not
no
to her
way.
anyway.
Ain't
That's
no
so
way.
evil and hateful to me because words have so much power.
Mm-hmm.
The things that come out your mouth, the things you think about yourself. Nobody.
That's like
can-
calling your children bad.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they continuously hear
Baby.
that I'm bad.
Look.
I'm bad. It's all a psychological
Yeah.
thing.
When I tell you I'm so guilty of that, my daughter, my oldest, I love her to death. She's brilliant, but she has some behavior issues. I'm currently have her in therapy. We are going to get her psychological testing. I am going to get her autistic testing. She has at-home therapist that comes into the home and we teach her new
But she's
habits
a
and skills.
genius.
But she a genius.
And I feel
bro.
like that you shouldn't say
genius.
things around her because she's listening and she's like, okay, so this is what I should do
I'm about to milk
to
this
do
shit.
this situation.
my bad.
This is what I should do for this situation because she is smart,
Brilliant.
like so smart. Like when I met them, she was like a baby, like so she didn't even have her second child in, so she was already that smart. Like I couldn't believe it. I was like, this baby, how old is this baby? Like, so she's listening. Like it's you feed into them with, and I can say that I'm definitely guilty of that because I can snap off. Because I've said the same thing so many times. By the time I'm angry about it, it comes off completely wrong
I think we
most
all
times.
guilty of that.
It
So-
took a long time to get to the place where I am now. And I don't think I finally forgive my mom because I realized she wasn't fucked up to be fucked up. She is a product of shit that has happened generationally. And events that have happened
This
generationally.
one is deep, y'all. Call in if you want to tell your story.
Like,
Let's hear some more stories.
As us, we got a different story.
Absolutely.
Because our issues don't just stem from a lack of parenting. They stem from a lack of love and self-acceptance that goes back from us being set free and us not really.
I say it started from slavery.
Yeah, I agree.
like it goes back.
It's deep. Black people, we should have, listen, to be honest, we couldn't get no reparations. Y'all could at least give us free help, but let us go see psychologists for free or something.
I feel like all black people should get all psychiatry apps for free.
Yeah.
Like they should do a face scan and be like African American. Like,
okay.
Because even the behavior of us in our neighborhoods and the violence, that is just stemming from broken childhoods, broken families,
broken people,
and it's getting worse because the
raising
generations
broken
don't
people.
care because their mothers are toxic.
Yeah.
The mothers don't care.
It's more of us that don't understand it and aren't trying to change it than the ones that do understand. It's a lot of us that do understand it and aren't trying to change it. On top of the ones that don't understand it and can't change it because they don't understand it, right?
That is the worst.
The ones that do understand it and aren't doing anything to push to change the narrative, to teach the ones under us, but it's hard to teach when they're in the mental condition that they in. You know what I mean?
Some people don't want to heal because they've learned to cope. And they're happy with the way they've been coping.
And to separate is too much work now because what am I going to do to replace this thing that I've attached to and I'm so dependent on for this
Baby,
long?
I hate to bring up Sir Kendrick Lamar. But first of all, this album, if you ain't listened to this last album,
people were saying it was whack, and the
Listen,
Future album was better. I liked the Kendrick. I liked them both.
I'm not gonna lie, Kendrick broke me down. Some of those
It was the
songs,
message for Kendrick shit. It just wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't the.
It's
the,
not
the
a
feeling
turn-up
that everybody
album.
wanted. Yeah.
But
is-
it was art. That's
It was
art.
It was definitely art. It
I
was
say
definitely art.
that album was for the black people who are doing the work and see the childhood
The ones with
trauma.
their third eye open.
Baby, because that album broke me down. It was a couple of tracks had me bawling, and it's an intro where he say, people who grow up in trauma. It's the psychiatrist that he dealt with, Eckhart Tolle. I'm listening to his book now because I'm trying to grow any way I can. And he said, people who come from a childhood of trauma have a hard time not making that their identity and making that their personality.
I like that.
I can say that for myself because, and my husband has said this to me because I've lost so many people, like my mom, my grandma, my grandfather, my other grandfather, my dad, my other grandparents from my dad, like anybody who mattered to me. I basically, had to mourn. And he said that and I can say that I do sometimes, and I have to get myself out of that. I live in a place of mourning sometimes. Like, it's always like, man, if this person was here and if that person was here, because it's a shoulda, woulda, coulda situation. For me, when I see, like you with your mom and Tyrita with her mom and even my stepmom with her son, like, you know what I'm saying? It just was a different level of love and affection that I just didn't get because I don't know what my adult situation would look like with my mom. She was very strict. She really didn't let us do much of anything. It was church, home, school, practice, band, choir, and repeat. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really get freedom until she passed and I moved my grandma and I was like,
But we don't talk about that as black people enough either. Because not saying your mom is toxic, but there's an extreme opposite to your mom didn't give a fuck about you. She chopped you down and she was your biggest rival.
I wouldn't say what a chopped down situation.
I'm not talking about your
just
mom.
being a.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the flip side to that. There are overprotective black parents who run their children into bad decisions because they got them in a chokehold. You are so concerned with you're not gonna be a part of the streets, pregnant.
What I can appreciate at my house is we kind of let them be who they are. Like everybody, especially with us being a blended family. Like I have 4 girls, he have 4 boys. So and then we got 2 Geminis. So that's 2 more personalities.
Jesus.
On top of the 8. So just imagine just trying to balance and be. See, I have to be a different me for each one of them. Like
Yeah.
somebody might need me to be more loving. Somebody need me to be
Yeah,
more
'cause
strict.
everybody's
Somebody
different. All
need me
your
to be
kids are
more,
different. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Everybody has a different personality. I have to be a different person to all of these people. Not even just that, just my marriage also. So that's a person, you know what I'm saying? I got to be for him too.
Yeah,
So
That's
I
a
think
lady
you were
in the
saying
streets
something
with a
that's very
freaking
important
bed.
because I got your message. So there is a theory in psychology that there are parenting methods. There is the over strict parent, there is the parent who doesn't care, and then it's the parent in the middle. I wish I should have looked this up before I said it, but they tell you what kind of kids you get from each parenting style. Because I took this in psychology, so you're very right. If you are overbearing and you're that strict parent, you usually get that loose, wild, crazy.
yeah. The friend I had that changed her clothes in elementary school in the bathroom
Baby,
type deal.
that was me.
Yeah,
That's the
she-
reason why. That's the reason why the preachers and the cops' kid always the worst,
Well,
right?
the
Yeah.
preacher's kids
Yeah.
for,
You know how
for
a
me
slingshot
growing
work?
up.
You take a rock and you pull it back. That's like imagine a parent holding the child back from all of the things that they don't want them to see. But then the second that they let them go,
Yeah, absolutely for the preacher's kid, because I grew up devoutly in church. Like I was always in church. We went on Wednesday, we went on Friday, we went on Sunday. We stayed all day on Sunday. We got there at 9 a.m. and sometimes we didn't leave until the sun went down. So when we went to visit other churches, because our church was more family based, so it wasn't really no hanky panky type of deal going on. Like everybody was family, or we was play cousins, whatever the case might have been.
But when you went to the
But when we
sister
went to go
church,
visit the other churches, you know, the practice rooms in the basement, I done heard some stories.
Baby.
It was one church, it's dismantled now, so I can say the name. It's Peter's Rock. It was in Southwest Detroit, and they used to go down at the Rock. Okay,
I'm not gonna lie. I think one of the best finger bangs I ever got from my life from a high school nigga was from a preacher's son. Like those magical fingers, sir. Like
do you play the piano?
let's see your skills. See your skills. But you know, we're not even addressing like the shit that comes as a result of toxic parents, because it sounds like I went through bullshit and I just woke up and I was straight. That is not true. Cause I went through some toxic shit, like.
But I don't think you will ever be 100% from it,
Baby.
because
How can you?
dreams. For me, the traumatic shit that happened in my life comes back in dreams. So this shit could have happened 15, 7,
Boy.
20, 25, 30. I'm 40 years old. That's 40 years of trauma. So I can have a dream that from something that happened when I was 6.
Wow.
And I had blocked it out and it just resurfaced. Like,
Wow.
so I feel like the
Y'all
trauma
ain't tell me
follows
we
you
was
for
having
life.
therapy tonight.
Yeah,
Look,
we definitely
look,
should have went
this
to the
is-
store.
Look, my baby daddy has woke me up looking terrified, scared, and I'm looking at him like, what the fuck? And he like, you in your sleep screaming, and I'm like, I was. He's like, what the fuck are you dreaming about? And I'm having a dream about a memory. And I don't even realize my external. I'm in the bed next to him, nothing to fuck up. Like trauma is some.
But
real
you woke up
If
hella
y'all
refreshed.
did not hear the beginning of the show, please go back and listen, because like her story was intense. It
is
to be
intense.
said, and she needed to say that. Like, we talking about toxic mothers, and like she set the stage of what a toxic mother is. I hope your mama watched this.
Bro, look, if you know my mama, send it to her. Cause hi mom, I made it. I'm happy. Guess what? Me and my baby daddy still together, working on having a husband. Like we just broke as hell. So if somebody want to donate, like
Okay, we're looking for sponsorship for the show. Please follow the link.
sponsor my wedding. Like help my dreams come true, bitch.
Oh, that'd be dope. You can get your wedding
Shit.
sponsored.
Somebody help me write
In a
my book.
circle wine. Can we get some wine for her wedding?
Look,
Okay.
can we get some
Ashley
wine?
Ray.
Can she just send us a case of wine just off the strength of this tonight's
Okay.
convo? Like, I
to
need
the
to
inner-
hug a bottle of this.
the inner
and be
circle
like,
wine.
CBD
Winery.
infused. It's
This-
CBD infused.
I said I didn't want the peach raspberry sangria, but it's hit.
I told you this shit.
Mine was hitting too.
This shit is
I told y'all this shit was
exotical.
good.
It's good.
I'm over here
And
like,
it's CBD
yeah.
infused. So I'm like, oh, I feel all right.
The
This ain't
fruits is
bad.
having a gang bang on my tongue. And it's like somebody just squirted. I like it.
She is out her
Oh,
fucking mind.
Look, y'all thought because the shit was deep that I was not gonna be on some
No,
time.
you definitely clown. So I was like, your mom was in that chair like Tyler Perry. That shit fucked me up. She said she was sitting in that chair like Tyler Perry.
Bro, look,
I seen her with gray hair all wild and shit, like rocking it.
Bad wig and everything.
I hate it, but I have college friends who, when Precious came out, they called me like they started calling my mama Mary Jones. That was Precious' mama name.
Damn.
They started calling my mama Mary Jones, and it was like, bitch, you don't look like Precious. But I swear to God, my one homeboy was like, I remember I watched your mama throw a vase down the stairs at you, and when I watched Precious, all I could think about was your mama when she dropped the TV on that bitch. Like, we watched Precious together as a group, and we was all laughing like, nigga, that's my life. Where the fuck is my money? Bitch, like, I wasn't getting raped.
Why not write your story then? Like, why not write your story?
So
your story could be a help to someone.
I am currently have just started that, and it took a place of healing for you to even be able to talk about all the traumatic shit. Because when you start talking about having a traumatic childhood, having those toxic moms, you are then opening the door for fucking molestation within black families, for fucking sexual manipulation of minors. You are talking about drug use. You are talking about all these things that black people especially, we do not like to talk about, like that shit exists. Like, what? Nobody has a cousin or uncle that you can't trust the kids around. What?
Everybody got
What?
a cousin, an uncle, a granddad, all type of people you don't trust around your kids.
Nobody has a little girl in their family that went from sugar and spice to now all of a sudden she twerking, and nobody is asking why.
Nobody.
Y'all just saying she fast.
Or when they walk up to you and say something hurt, and you like, oh, just go sit down.
Yeah.
You know what? Speaking of that, okay, listen. I have a best friend who is in prison, and since we're talking about toxic mamas, he's in prison, and he has a young lady that he's dated. They got 4 kids together, and a set of twins, and then a boy and a girl. And
God bless him.
Oh, okay.
her mother was a drug addict. She didn't raise any of her kids. And my best friend called me today because he don't know what's going on. Like, he has no idea what's going on with his child. And he want me to do some research to see what I can come back and find out, because somebody told him that someone had allegedly touched his 12-year-old, and his brother showed up to the house with guns and shit. So he like, can you find out, like see what you can find out. Come to find out, like, she be leaving the kids at home by themselves, gone out of town for weeks. The little girl get to have all her friends over her house with no adult supervision.
Somebody run me the address, because I drop dimes. Okay? Fuck all that don't snitch shit. When it come to babies and mamas not being mamas, that shit is my pet
Okay,
peeve.
because the bitches be calling the CPS on the wrong
Baby,
bitches. Because I done had CPS
look,
call on me twice, and I know I'm a good mom.
I prayed for my kids because I wasn't even supposed to be able to have babies. Prayed for my kids. I'm trying to talk my boyfriend into adoption now because I got a lot of health shit. Like, my spine is made out of styrofoam and Swisher Sweet wrappers. It's trash.
You know what? I'm not taking your ass serious for the rest of the show. You got me all glued in and shit to the story and shit. Then you bust out with some shit, and for 2.2 seconds, I'm really thinking that your dumb ass spine is made out of Swisher Sweets and styrofoam. You motherfucker.
She got me at
what
the
to believe out of you at this
styrofoam
point.
slid by me when she said switcher seats. I was like, bitch.
You motherfucker.
Styrofoam was in my head like
Yeah,
this.
she
like,
had me, Lita. Yeah, like, damn. Like,
I was like, damn, stop.
She a big chick to have a styrofoam spinal cord and shit.
Oh, bro, that's why sometimes I be in this bitch like, oh, shit. But, you know, I fake real good, you know, and the pussy good, you know, because this pussy ain't handicapped. That's all that matters.
Fool, she is our mind.
I lost my whole train of thought
Yeah,
laughing.
get your ass
Between
back
pussy and spinal cord, you done.
okay.
That's the name of my mixtape dropping in July. Pussy and spinal cords. I want a nigga to hit this pussy and did it to my spinal cord. Like, while I smoke a switcher. Bars.
Wow.
My nobody put me on. I'm forced.
Y'all, ain't nobody gonna call
ain't
us.
got shit on you, right? Y'all ain't gonna
No,
call
I
us.
mean, yeah, she needs to be in comedy. You know she don't got no damn sense.
Ain't nobody, look, I get it, y'all. Nobody was ready to call in. This whole episode was
We're
like a
talking about
Kendrick
toxic
album.
mom. No, this not.
Niggas
For
just wanna
real.
listen to
You
it and
did
rock to
something.
it.
Like, you need to write a book. Like, for real, for real. I got a couple friends that got toxic mama that, you know, that's a touchy subject, though. So you were very open and transparent. Like, I appreciate that. Because you didn't have to
Absolutely.
be that open and transparent the way you did. Like, you put your soul on the table for the show tonight.
If it was
Okay,
more...
I thought you was gonna cry at least 3 times.
No, look.
Go back and watch the
Look,
beginning of
I'm
the
a
show, y'all.
thug. I took that
face
shit
was like
back. Like,
this.
bitch, you'll never get me on air. And I beat my face tonight. I'm not crying. This 50 off.
It's a whole lifetime
these
special
kids.
expedition
Okay,
and shit.
Dr.
Wow.
Hill ain't got shit on us tonight. That shit fucked me up. I was
Wow.
over here like, what?
But
I was glad when she beat
Y'all
her
better
mama
definitely
ass.
share this show.
If they
Okay.
make a movie, can you? That part got to be like the climax.
It
And
do.
giving her them
It do.
hands.
It do.
That's the climax. Everybody gonna be like, yeah, bitch, stop that
Okay,
bitch.
because I done seen the movie like that. You be like, beat her ass.
I definitely feel like
Yes.
I read or heard an exciting ass audio book
Okay.
on this episode.
And I've read books like this, and it's astounding that this happens to real people.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I say I put myself on blast today because I keep saying I'm about to start doing my own hood charity work.
I want somebody
Like,
to tag your
if
mama.
you follow my Facebook page, her name is. Let me quit because
Tag
that's
her
like catch a
mama.
lawsuit.
she gonna get a lot of hate mail. You
Okay,
better-
tag her mama for real.
But
That
I
shit
say
was-
I'm
that's
doing
crazy.
my own hood charity. So like recently I've been posting my Cash App and I'm accepting donations because it's a young mom just got out of prison with multiple kids. She's struggling and the system is no longer for her. She behind on DTE bills. Kids need money. So I share her story. And I share my story as my own form of hood outreach because if more of us was coming forward, less of us wouldn't feel so uncomfortable
on that.
to say, I
Hit that
need
with the
help.
applause.
Yeah. I told y'all last week
It's
I was getting
okay.
therapy. I told y'all that last
Yeah.
week.
Okay, we definitely said that.
Yeah,
We
definitely
46
said that.
minutes in. We don't even have a letter today, and
No,
nobody
it's
called
been a
to
rough
tell
week,
us.
y'all. We don't got no letter.
Y'all just want to hear me freestyle for the last couple of
Absolutely not.
They always want
Let
to
me
keep
cut
it-
her mic off.
always want to keep me down.
We definitely can do a repass topic. We were going to do, what day did we not do the repass?
That was last week.
What were we going to talk about? I don't even remember.
I don't know. It's probably in my notes. Let me see.
I don't even remember what it was.
I wish they would repass with fucking school shootings. I know that's
Man.
kind of like off swerve talk. So
You
did
know
y'all hear?
what?
Wait. Did y'all hear about the new one that happened today?
Yeah.
something else happened today.
Yeah.
In Warren, right?
Yeah.
At what is it? Damn it. I can't remember. But right there, right over Van Dyke. in
But it was
10 Mile.
just a shooting last night
It
at
wasn't
a
a shooting.
hospital.
What it was, yesterday
That
in
was
Tulsa,
the one
right?
that-
Another one in
that was
Tulsa.
Tulsa.
And it was
So
a
we
black
had
man. Y'all stop being fucking followers all the time. I hate that
Yeah,
shit.
we got a lot of monkey see, monkey doers
You
out
know
there.
We
what?
ain't never shot shit up.
Just
Now
like
you
we
shooting
said
Indian
when we
people. Don't
talked
follow
about the
every
shooting.
trend.
I'm gonna take this moment while she looking for the repass to say, please stop listening to the Republican rhetoric. Okay, your president is actually a good president. The
He's
issue
trying.
is you do not have a
He
Senate.
said it the other day. He
that
said,
has-
I don't have no control over nothing. He said, I can tell them what I want them to
They-
do the whole
The
time.
bill has been on the
Nothing.
floor for years. They won't fucking y'all. You fucking Kentucky people stop voting for fucking Mitch McConnell.
out
What's his name?
and
Mitch
vote.
McConnell.
Yeah.
Every state. If every black folks know somebody everywhere, reach out to your cousin down south. Reach out to your cousin in Chicago, New York.
Oh,
Tell
I do
them
got a
to
letter.
get their ass up and fucking vote. You want gun reform. You want to be able to get that hood rat chick around the corner and a fucking abortion. You want to be able to keep your goddamn food
Okay.
stamps because
This
if
is the
Republicans take
election
over,
year. This
you
is
will
it.
not have it. And the way these Republicans are working, guess what? They said that an abortion is not a written right, meaning it is not in your constitution. You know what else is
And
not
you
a
can't
written?
stop abortion like you can't
Hold on.
stop weed sales.
You know what else is not a written right that is also not in the Constitution?
What is that?
The right for our black ass to be free.
Yeah. It's what is it? It's either it's one of the amendments.
13th.
Is it the 13th? It's the 13th. Yeah. So you're not lying.
We can quickly end up right back picking fucking cotton.
Absolutely.
This
I
is
will.
what
That-
they
yeah.
don't want you to know. We can very quickly
Call
be
me
in some
Harriet
black
Peasy.
handmaid's tale shit. Okay?
This is fact.
Call me
Period.
Sir John Peasy.
Listen,
Yeah,
I gotta
vote.
say this too because listen, fuck voting, y'all. Y'all want to change the system?
Run.
Getting involved in
you go.
politics. running for office. You can be on city council just like any mother. Shit,
Absolutely.
Charles Pugh was on fucking city council.
Bro.
Okay,
And
he
about
ain't
to
a
run
rapist.
again.
I done been in some
Charles
after
Still's
hours.
running for city council again?
Bro,
Probably. Why not?
I have
made
been
that
in
up,
some
though.
after hours.
Run with
some
it,
city
internet.
council members. The fuck?
I was like, what?
Look,
She
this
got the
summer
scoop.
I'm gonna start a campaign outreach. I'm gonna go door to door. Somebody donate me an ounce of weed. I'm rolling blunts and I'm talking to
Oh, that's
niggas
what it
about
was, yeah, see?
politics all summer.
Somebody else knew about it. It was Centerline High School. They found
Yeah.
what she said, they found bullets in the school, but I heard it was someone that seen a student with a gun at the school, and then they locked it down. They locked down Centerline High School, middle school, and elementary school. And some of the parents was actually locked in the school at the elementary school. That was one of y'all podcast sisters.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that has a student that goes to the elementary school, and when she went to pick him up, they said, "Yeah, come on into school," and then they locked the door. Like, "Yeah, it's a lockdown right
Get
now
the hell
from
outta
1:30
here.
to like 3:00." So it was like 2.5 hours that the parents was locked in the school.
That was like what I heard about the shooting, after the Buffalo shooting. Afterwards, they said that parents was going in and getting their kids the whole time that
Not
the shooting
Buffalo.
and everything was going on.
What's it called?
Ain't no
Fucking.
fucking
I mean, not
way.
Buffalo,
Texas,
Valette, in Texas. They
Ain't no
said
fucking way.
they said parents was going into school, getting their kids and coming out like while the shooting was going on.
Yeah, I heard that too. Oh, listen. This shit.
Ain't no way.
We should be really fed up. I probably say this every show. Like, it is time to be upset.
Absolutely.
If you're
Yeah.
not upset,
Get upset.
get upset.
Get
Seriously.
Because
upset.
that could be our kids' school any day.
If you a stay-at-home parent, because I'm with the shits. Like, who want to take shifts and sit outside of schools? Like, who wants to walk
It used to be
kids
groups
home?
like that watch the kids
Yeah.
inside the school, watch them walk into school.
True, but see, for me, I think that America has like our principles and the things that we're built on is old and washed up.
No,
Absolutely.
you know
School
what?
systems don't serve the children.
Because my daughter class is a madhouse.
Yeah,
But in our
it's-
community, I need us to step up because our grandparents, they fought for civil rights. They did.
But now you
sit-ins.
can't be in the
They
school. You can't
boycotted.
sit in the school. They don't
They-
want you past the desk.
Look, and I get it.
You got power in your school more than you know, though.
Yeah.
If you're an active parent,
Yes.
like
I do because I walk
Baby,
around that bitch. But,
and I'll
yeah, but
tear
that's
shit
different.
up on behalf of mine. Surprise! I'm up here.
I emailed the principal the other
Surprise.
day to talk about. Amber called me throughout the course of her school day. She called me 5 times. By that 5th call, and every single call, it was a madhouse behind me. By the 5th call, I emailed the principal because I could have his personal email, and I said, "You need to do something about this class. It is completely unruly. It is a madhouse." So I ended up getting a call back from Smokey. That's why I call him, but that's not his name. But he looked like Smokey Robinson. So Smokey called me back, and we had talked about it. He said, "Well, we only got a couple of more days." He said, "But just know that we're gonna take care of the situation, or address the class." But how do you, like, even when they were homeschooling, it was kids cussing, it was parents cussing, like it was all type of things going on. Like, where is the structure?
But look
Yeah,
at
I
what
can't
the
relate
teachers
because my
are
kids,
going
I don't-
through,
Sit your ass
and
down.
our nation don't pay these teachers like they need to
Absolutely
be paid.
not.
Because we expect
They
them
don't
to
pay
put down
nobody
their
like they
life,
supposed to be
teach
paid.
their kids. How the fuck am I out here watching all these basketball stars by mansions? Meanwhile, my local neighborhood middle school teacher is working weekends at Checkers.
Oh, okay.
Man, because I employ a
Because
couple
my mom
serv-
was
I
a
mean,
teacher,
Baby, that's
and
real.
she worked.
I
She
do.
worked a second job. Like,
I know a teacher that sell weed part time. That's real shit. Let's
not say his name.
No, he be having a loud though. And he used to be like, "Shit, teaching don't pay enough. Like, I love my students, but it don't pay enough." And now parents are so entitled, where I don't have to be a parent. That's your job. Aren't you the teacher? No, bitch, it's your job.
That's backwards pimping. You can't listen to something. You cannot. You and the teacher help each other. Your child can't get nowhere if you ain't take at the end of the day.
Because I
do
tell
your
the
homework.
teachers off rip, I be like, do not let that cuteness fool you because she will manipulate the
Yes,
fuck out your ass.
yes.
Please know that I know my child and I know what she will or won't do to get away with whatever is going on in this classroom. Please, you can call me anytime. I ain't got. I'm not
Yeah,
doing
call
shit during
me.
the day. I'll come sit with right there.
I stated that my daughter has behavior problems. Baby, I was on that school ass. Can we get her testing? Can y'all expedite
As you
her getting
should.
testing in school? Is she having behaviors today? Where is she at? Oh, she's not in the classroom. Let me come up there and escort her to the classroom. Where's her homework? I've turned it in. Why is it still in her book bag? I was on their ass. Like, I know she a handful, But at some point, we have to do something where she know we work as a united front, and this shit not gonna work.
And they make a difference in the child's life when they see people working together for their greater good.
Baby, because I'm a ride for mine. Because I keep telling her, you can't act the way you act in today's world and be our color. Because they gonna slap your ass somewhere in special education and say you are unteachable, unlearnable, and never get you to where you're supposed to be.
Absolutely.
So as a parent, we have to advocate because they are so quick to diminish our children. They don't want our children to have a voice. It's a little boy in Africa took like some garbage and gave his whole fucking community power. He got a documentary on fucking Netflix or some shit like that. We are built in greatness. We just have to instill a little faith, love, and encouragement in our kids. If we did that shit, I promise
that deserved the applause too.
Baby, we would have more of us in politics and out here. I'm so passionate about that shit. Like, fucking put some love in y'all kids. God damn.
Absolutely. I love my babies.
Okay, because they sent the kids home because it was supposed to be hot as hell Tuesday. Everybody was outraged.
What type of weekend shit was that?
Listen, my baby's school got aired. Y'all know I am bougie for it, okay? I do not play.
I used to sit
Treat
in
me like the
DPS
Caucasians.
with paper towel underneath my titties and armpits.
Once they said they was leaving at 12:30, I told them stay home. We got Central.
Yeah, what the fuck is the point?
Yeah.
What the fuck am I going about to drop you off and turn right back
Okay,
around?
that's
for?
stupid.
As high as gas is.
Yeah.
Going all the way there just to try
You
that.
got me
Nah, I might as
fucked
well stay
up.
home.
Yeah, my kid's school is nowhere near my house, so therefore I'm no.
Yeah.
it
I
was
don't
not
understand
happening.
when that shit started. Because when I was in school, I remember, like, if you remember years ago, Detroit had a tornado. I was in school for that bitch. What?
Oh yeah, I was at my Dairy Queen. That's when they tore up Watts. Okay, we our topic was so deep tonight. We ain't make it to the repass. We ain't make it to no
I know.
letters.
It was therapy tonight.
Make sure y'all send y'all letters in. Detroit After Dark 319@gmail.com. Send it in so we can have it next week. You can send in your topic ideas. Visit our page at 7 Mile Radio so you can send
we
in
didn't
your
even talk
sponsorship
about
for the
Hutch or
show.
nothing, y'all.
Oh, rest in peace to Hutch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a mess. That's a whole mess.
We was so deep, we didn't even get to touch on
It was a
that.
mess because people were so happy to post a picture of him being shot up in that car.
Man.
That's what did it for me when I saw it. I didn't say
I
much
didn't even
about
see him
it.
shot in the car.
Yes, people was like,
I seen a video of him laying outside of the truck, but I didn't see a picture.
well,
of him.
it was a picture of the car being shot up.
Where
It was
the
a
bullet
picture
holes?
where the bullet holes. It was a picture of him slumped, and then they had one with the door open.
Oh wow.
So I seen it a couple on Instagram. I seen a couple on Facebook. But how are you excited to be able to say, people are be so excited to say, I knew somebody when they died. Like, don't know me when I was dead.
Absolutely.
Know me when I'm alive.
Listen, they
That
know
ass.
when you did, that's when the love come out, right?
Okay, don't
All
love
of
me
the
now.
fake
Show me my.
love.
Okay.
What the old people say, give me my flowers now where I
Yeah.
can smell
Make
them.
sure y'all share tonight's show. Tune in.
Share,
every
share.
Thursday, Detroit After Dark.
Okay, Tawana be back next Thursday. She be having shit to say.
That was deep. I like that one. That was therapy.
Okay.
We out here. We need to come with some tomfoolery next week. I need
know,
to clap
that
some
was
ass.
Okay.
therapy. We was deep.
We're
We was
drinking
deep.
Casamigos and talking shit next week.
Yeah, yes. Exactly.
FRE.
Y'all gonna make me put on my color wig. I'm about to come in this bitch looking like Hood Rat Smurfette.
Oh, okay. Make sure y'all share. We'll see y'all
See y'all
next
next
week.
week.
Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7